Haley, Nikki Haley declines to say slavery was the cause of civil war. I'll let you listen.
What was the cause of the United States Civil War?
Well, don't come with an easy question or anything. I mean, I think the cause of the Civil War was basically how government was going to run, the freedoms and what people could and couldn't do. What do you think the cause of the Civil War was? I'm sorry?
I'm not blaming the president. I want to see your view on the cause of the Civil War.
I mean, I think it always comes down to the role of government. What do you want me to say about slavery?
No, you answered my question. Thank you.
Next question.
When you think about the highest office in the land and who you would like to lead it, all the people, I just want you to remember that answer. Okay? It was brief, incomplete, deflection, and then a little belligerent at the end. How dare you ask me? I mean, to me, this is the softest question in the world, teed it up for her. You're running for governor. I mean, you're running for the presidency, Governor Haley. And you don't want to answer that? Are the people before you, the people who support you, the people who support you want so fragile that you can't talk about the Civil War and slavery, the big elephant in the room? Okay? You can't talk about that, and you want to be president of the United States. I can't even use a word like transparency. Haley, the former UN ambassador, South Carolina governor, was appearing at a town hall event in Berlin, New Hampshire. Everybody wants to be in New Hampshire. When asked that question, the exchange took place roughly an hour and a half into the town hall event. I noticed the smile too. She smiled as she walked back and began to think, okay, how am I going to dodge this one? What are you smiling about? It's a very serious subject, one that altered the course of history in this country. Not enough, apparently. Haley was governor when South Carolina removed the Confederate flag from government grounds in 2015. That was following the shooting at the Emmanuel African Methodist Episcopal Church in June 2015. Prior to then, she defended states' rights to secede from the United States in a 2010 interview with a local activist group, as CNN reported, Politico, with the reporting there. Let's jog your memory further with a clip from that interview.
What's your belief about the reason the Civil War was fought?
I mean, again, I think that as we look in government, as we watch government, you have different sides. And I think that you see passions on different sides. And I don't think anyone does anything out of hate. I think what they do is they do things out of tradition and out of beliefs of what they believe is right. I think you had one side of the Civil War that was fighting for tradition, and I think you had another side of the Civil War that was fighting for change. You know, at the end of the day, what I think we need to remember is that, you know, everyone is supposed to have their rights. Everyone's supposed to be free. Everyone's supposed to have the same freedoms as anyone else. So, you know, I think it was tradition versus change is the way I see it.
Tradition versus change on what?
On individual rights and liberty of people.
Except for Black people. Come on, knock it off. Except for Black people. And I really hate, Mayor, that while I appreciated it at the time because just wanted it to end and for certain things like that flag to come down in South Carolina, I hate that she gets so much credit for what she had to do, basically. And when did she finally do it? When the blood of 9 Bible study Black churchgoers got blown away inside the place that they worshiped. And now we're supposed to believe that this was great courage by a leader who won't even tell the truth about the Civil War, why it came to that, won't tell the truth. I'm disgusted in two ways, Mayor. Number one, as someone who's been in media for my whole adult life, and it was trained people, I know I could have trained her to give more, an answer that could have given her what she wants, which is to hold on to a basket of people who perhaps aren't worth holding on to, but she needs them to win, and could have allowed her more dignity. But I'm also disgusted because I wouldn't want to train. I wouldn't want to do that, okay? Because I really need to know who you are, and this is who you are. You don't care about me. You don't care about a little boy who got shot by police and is getting no justice. You don't care. You just want that power, huh? By any means necessary.
Here's my problem. The true chronicling of this problem or this mistelling of history is not new for Nikki Haley, the politician, or I mean, she has a long history, as you just decade. I mean, you illustrated 2010, 2015, 2019, 2023. What's amazing to me and what people are missing is who are the people that are offended by telling the truth that the Civil War was fought for slavery. Mind you, that we are a country that supposedly honor our veterans, and those who separated, those who seceded from this union, kill more American soldiers than any other one war in the history of our nation. So how can you be patriotic and American loving and veteran supporting and afraid to tell the truth that all of those brave troops died for two things: slavery to end and also to keep the union together? That's it. That's it. That's it. So when in the interview, you see who Nikki Haley truly is. She is spineless. You want this endorsement of, and Politico is saying this should do better. Sons of Confederate is not a local group. Sons of Confederate is a national damn near hate group. They walk around talking about the Confederate is about tradition. And when she says the war was about tradition or change, she's using their language. It was not about which tradition. The tradition of owning Negroes, the tradition of owning Black souls is a tradition of reason they were fighting. So in 2010, when she said it, she was wrong. And then in 2019, when she did it again, she was wrong. After she said that the white man who walked in that church, Mother Emanuel, and killed those 9 people praying, when she said he bastardized the flag, and that flag to so many people in South Carolina means honor, and it's about history and ancestry. Yes, it is about honor. I mean, yes, it is about history and ancestry. Unfortunately, that history and ancestry is slavery. It's owning people. It's ugly and nasty. And the fact that she will not say that except for today. Yesterday, she didn't have the courage to say it in that town hall because she is spineless. That is not a leader. John McCain is the last Republican I've seen with leadership traits. When someone says something about Barack Obama being unpatriotic or whatever, he said, no, he's a great man with great morals. We just don't see the world the same.
Yeah.
That does not exist in this Republican Party.
No, it doesn't.
What she do every time is after she'll say something like this, she'll get an op-ed in the Washington Post or the New York Times, or she'll get a chance to clarify the next day and be like, of course it was about slavery. But what's really dastardly to me, and I'm gonna shut up after is this woman, Nikki Haley, exist in the capacity, all of the luxuries she had in the United States is off of the back of Black people. And what do I mean by that? I'm not just talking about the fights and the gains of Black civil rights movement. I'm talking about the fact that she moved to a community that was the supporting system in that community was an HBCU, Historical Black College, where her dad's money came from, that awarded her to go to college and stop calling herself Namarata and start calling herself Nikki so she can whiten up her image and run for governor. So the nasty part about this woman, what really pisses me off, is the fact that she stole from our community all of this resource and access that we are not awarded. And now she pretends our suffering didn't happen.
She speaks to it too when she values a certain constituency and doesn't even care what we think about her words. So I'm pissed off too. Now I'm pissed off too. It's disgusting what she's up to. Absolutely disgusting, Mayor. And I also think that, there's this debate, she's got to be the alternative. Look how bad Trump is. We could have a debate about who's worse, but I happen to think that there's people who have written Trump off as exactly who he is, perhaps not enough. And then you have someone who looks stereotypically more reasonable, uh, looks like she's middle of the road, and therefore everyday Joes may give her a chance they wouldn't give him, which makes her perhaps more dangerous. We are out of time, Mayor. I'll give you the last quick word, and then you got to tell people where they can find more of your commentary. And I'd like to say history lessons too, because I don't feel like I'm even sitting in a classroom, but I learn from you every day.
Well, yeah, thank you so much. Thanks for calling me, having me on the show with you. Just the last word on Nikki. I think she is more dangerous than Trump because she understands how the mechanism of government work, and we see that she's spineless. Trump's going to be Trump regardless. I feel like Nikki Haley will go with whatever the people around her tell her, and that could be dangerous.